Nobody warned me it was coming. I was in my backyard on a Saturday morning, drinking coffee,
This is
watching my
absolutely
golden retriever chase
unacceptable.
squirrels
I've
he'd
had
never
enough of
catch,
these
when I heard the
excuses.
clicking. A camera pointed at my fence. Sandra Melbrook, HOA enforcement chair, self-appointed neighborhood attorney, and the only person I know who irons her lanyard, was walking through our street with a clipboard, a camera, and an expression like she'd just discovered a crime scene. She had filed what she called an emergency violation sweep. 17 homes, 17 notices, all delivered before 9 a.m. on a Saturday, which I'm convinced is a war crime. My violation? My mailbox post was non-regulation beige. I wish I was making that up. Sandra had been building toward this moment for 2 years. New flower pot? Violation. Basketball hoop in the driveway? Violation. American flag mounted slightly left of center? Violation. But this sweep was different. She'd attached fines, real ones, hundreds of dollars per household, compounding weekly. Some of my neighbors were single parents, retired couples on fixed incomes, people who couldn't just write a check because Sandra didn't like their mailbox color. I made one phone call. Sheriff Patty Calloway had served this county for 19 years. She didn't intimidate easily. She didn't move fast either. But when she moved, things got resolved. She showed up to Sandra's follow-up meeting in plain clothes. Sandra didn't recognize her. That was Sandra's first mistake. She stood at the front of the room presenting her violation spreadsheet, color-coded, laminated, alphabetized, like she was arguing before the Supreme Court. Sheriff Calloway raised her hand from the third row. "Can you point me to the county ordinance that authorizes these fines?" Sandra blinked. "It's in the HOA charter." "That's not what I asked." Silence. Calloway stood up slowly. "I've reviewed your charter. Your enforcement committee has no legal authority to levy monetary fines without a homeowner hearing, a written appeal window, and county registration as a compliant HOA body, which you are not. Every fine issued today is void." Sandra's laminated spreadsheet started shaking in her hands. "Furthermore," Calloway continued, "filing false regulatory claims with intent to financially harm residents has a name. You might want to call a lawyer before our next conversation." 17 families got their notices thrown out that afternoon. Sandra stepped down by Monday. Some people confuse a clipboard with actual power. Sheriff Calloway reminded her, very calmly, that there's a difference.